All right, so as I promised again, today is the 5th of January, 2022. Let's go ahead and get started with the ES futures. So we always start this out in the morning, right? So it's very important because this is what I gauge the market off of. I've been doing this for several years, probably up towards using ES futures with the market, probably close to 7, 8 years now. So very important to me. And we're very, very good at giving you the right levels, and it makes sense. So if the ES futures are going to bid up, most of the time the market's going to follow suit. ES futures, I do trade them. Also like trading the micros. Remember, for every 10 points, you're looking at $1 in the SPY. So think about that when we talk about risk to reward this morning. And then we'll go over the BMA, so the SPY, Qs, DIA, and IWM. All right. And then, far as like what I'm holding, so I have my biggest position is going to be gold. All right, so it's going to be gold. That's what my biggest position currently is, and then I have my next biggest position is going to be Afrm. Okay, so this is a 4-hour chart. That's what we're looking at. All right, nice rounding bottom here, right off the red box. Again, can't make it up. So the major levels that I'm looking at this morning are what I call the weekly edges. They're pretty straightforward. The top edges are going to be your resistance. The bottom edges are going to be support. All right, so your support levels today, 4765 by 447. 56. Okay, so right in here, this yellow line and this pink line. Notice, I'm going to zoom in here for you guys so you can see. Notice how well these are holding so far. Okay, notice that. Beautiful, right? Look at that. So this right now is support. Resistance is going to be your top trendy edges right here. Notice how prices moved up into this level and then pulled back. So we're basically just sitting in this neutral zone here. All right, nothing to do. And then when we back it up, ever since here, right, and we gave you this red box before price actually got there, we've just been sitting in here. All right, just sitting in here. So what is the best plan of attack here? Well, today is a 0 DTE day, and that's days till expiration. All right, that means I'm buying strikes that actually expire today. Now, we've been doing this for several weeks now and doing very well with the SPX, and I'll go into that here in a few minutes. If it doesn't, then I'll probably trade some futures or even some SPYs, some Qs, and so forth. All right, but when price gets lower on the curve, so right down here towards this line, this is where I'm looking to take trades if it gets down there, or I need to wait patiently and wait for price to get above this level here. Okay, everything between here is like really micro scalping. All right, another big thing here. See this inside and up here? See this move that comes out of here? This is already letting us know, folks, that if for some reason, if the market pulls back for some reason after FOMC minutes, even though you would expect for everything to be known already, but you just never know, then I would expect price to come into these levels, 47.54 by 47.33. Okay? All right, so let's move out of the ES future. As far as my sentiment is concerned, folks, it's right here on my scripts, okay? My yearly, extremely bullish, monthly, extremely bullish, weekly, bullish, and the daily is neutral. All right, so for just trading today, 0 DTE, my sentiment's right here in this yellow box. I'm open-minded. I'm waiting for signals. Again, my up or sell signals, and I'll go over those here in a few minutes, and then I'll just trade it either direction. Okay, again, this is intraday trading until proven otherwise. Basically what that means is if I take trades, they get to my expected profitable range. Let's say I make 100%, I trim out of those, then I could hold into tomorrow, and that's going outside of 0 DTE. So I should reiterate, if for some reason I take something that's not SPY, Q, DIA, IWM that like expires today, then I will hold those as long as I'm up over a certain percentage. Okay, but it's intraday for right now. All right. All right, so let's go over here to SPX. So you guys know the drill. This is basically what I'm looking at far as our buy and sell signals. For me personally, I'm not interested in taking a buy signal unless we're above that cloud. And I'm not interested in taking a short signal unless we're below the cloud. And you can see here how well they've been working. All right, and then again, looking at a 5, 3, and a 1, pretty straightforward. On the SPY, same thing, 5, 3, and 1. Qs, same thing, DIA, and so forth. Okay. Now, some other names that we may be taking a look at later in the session are going to be, I was looking over here, looking at AMAT. We got that in our trade plans. We're also looking at, let's go over here to trade plans just really quick. We have CRM on here. And I think they gapped down quite a bit this morning. Good. All right, so this is what we were waiting for right here. All right, so getting close. I gave you guys this chart yesterday at 1 o'clock, and we're almost there. So this is nice. So if you're shorting this into this level, congratulations. Again, we're almost there. But you need to understand, like, where do you want to be as a long or a short? And so if I want to be long here, I can wait patiently, or I can try to short it into this level. All right, so price is making its way there. So if we can get at around 235.68, then I'd like to see buyers start to step in. Now, it would be just more of an intraday trade, a quick scalp trade, unless proven otherwise. Okay, so let's wait for that chart to get down there. This is a 4-hour chart. Let's go to a weekly just so you guys can see this a little bit better. All right, there we go. It's a nice little cup here, push, pull back right into this prior support. And again, this is what the chart looked like yesterday. Pretty cool, right? So I did this by using some supply and demand, Fibonacci's, and put together this very simple blueprint. So once again, this is on watch. We are moving our way down here. I don't necessarily care about any sort of news. The news that is just a catalyst that push price into one of our levels that we're looking at. All right. So the news is just not a big deal to me. All right, we just look at it again for a reason for it to get to our level. All right, so there we are there. If this does not hold, let me go ahead and draw this out for you. You should already know this, but if for some reason it doesn't hold and we don't find buyers, I want you to pay attention to down and to the left. If it keeps breaking down, this could be the level right in here that we'll be looking for that buy. Okay, so let me go ahead and draw a box for you. I would take this into consideration right under here, and then I would come about right there, and that would be my level. So let's go ahead and we're going to create an alert just right around, so we're at 239 currently right now. This would be right around here at 222. Okay, so we're gonna add that right there, and then I'm going to add one right at the support level just like that. So we'll be watching CRM intraday for a potential bounce. All right, so the next one I have on here is Afrm. You guys know I took a long-term position in this yesterday. We also were in it short, and this is what the blueprint looks like. So just like CRM, this could continue down here. It definitely looks like it wants to at around 74. It looks like, give me 1 second, I apologize. 74 by 68 is possible here to the downside if it cannot get going. So the way I like to do this is if I'm going to take something long, let's say like 40 to 60 days out, if I start scaling in, I like to do it with debit spreads. Sometimes I do it straight up as well, right? You guys know that. But I also like to protect a long-term trade by using put debit spreads. And what I do is I buy the put debit spreads around my levels that I'm showing you. And then from here, what I'm looking for is a ratio of low cost and big reward. That's what I love about debit spreads. So if the numbers match up and they look great, what you could end up doing is actually financing the long-term calls. All right, especially if this lower trade gets hit. And I usually want to do this with less time. So again, let's say that we do 60 days to the upside, okay? Down here, I'd be looking like 2 weeks. And that debit spread is usually very inexpensive. And then it pays if I hit it, and a lot of times I do, then I pay for this right up here. All right, pretty cool. So then both, they're just free. And then you're sitting there 60 days in a great name. All right. Remember, Afrm has a lot to do with Amazon as well. So really like to see these guys start moving here soon in the future. All right. So definitely on watch. Just going to be managing and monitoring it. The next one's going to be F or Ford. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now, this was our blueprint and also a trendy trade plan. And if you're trading it, congratulations. Looks pretty good. It's down about 11 cents. Not a big deal. Huge day yesterday at almost 12%. That's pretty nuts for Ford. And you guys had a debate here in the room. Why or why not, why Ford should be moving up. To me, it's very straightforward. I do not care. I'm here as a trader. I'm not here as an investor. I put this chart out months ago, and the big picture was looking at the monthly and understanding where your all-time high was with Ford, and then looking at the lows. And what we do know is putting the fibs together is that once we pass a certain level, that's 618. We're looking for a move into the 88.7. Timing is the variable, but you have a very high probability if we can see 2+, so about 3 weeks above the 618. I'd love to see a nice push, a pullback next week, and then higher highs if the trend wants to continue from here. Do take into consideration we had a very powerful move. We do have this level down in here, long term around 16, but we also have the support level here at 1924. As long as 1924 holds, I do like 33.28. Again, timing is the variable. Okay, this will be more long term here. All right, moving on up here. We have Chewy. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going over some trade plans that I pushed out. Let's see where they are. Okay, let's go and pull this up right here. This is again on a monthly chart. And what we were waiting for was price to get into the green box. And there it is. Now, a lot of people like Chewy going into the more news that popped up around COVID. Traders were getting pretty excited about Chewy. But one thing I don't like about a lot of charts right now, folks, they're either starting an inside and down on the monthly, or it looks like this, inside and down, and we're looking at 3 months down so far. This is insane. Chewy's a wonderful company. The financials look fine. As far as I'm concerned, there is opportunity here. So what I'm focused on long term is if this low can hold. In this green box, if we were to extend the green box this way, it's just more about a timing variable, right? So you got to give it a little bit of time. What you really want to see on these type of trades is that at some point we get a flush low. Flush lows are meant to scare everyone. All right. So they're already, most traders are looking at something like this and they're thinking, hey, it's time. I have this little green box down here, and we're focused on it. But what you want to see is right when you think things might turn around for a company, they literally make a low. Okay, it looks like this. And then you get what's called a flush low. So you get this huge wick here. All right, this is what I'm looking for. Once we get that huge wick and things turn around, then I want to be getting long, because the way that you want to take this in and really understand is that a flush low flushes most of the traders out, most retail traders, and you don't want to be on the side of retail. You want to be on the side of institution and big money. So think like them, okay? Right here, nice flush, nice push, then we're in. Stops go in, and then we're happy, and then we're cruising up to the upside. Okay, just like that. So right now, this would be considered a flush low. Okay, so now we're just looking for that higher low in this range. 3 months down, folks. I mean, you could see here when Chewy first started out, they had that record there of 4 months. Looks pretty crappy. Then we had 3 months here, and now we have 3 months here. So the average time down for Chewy is what? During a 2 standard deviation, it's 3 to 4 months. All right. So that is some pattern recognition there. Take that into account. Think about it. All right. And let's just go ahead and move on. All right. There's Chewy. Let's see where Etsy is. All right. Again, just going over some trade plans. Here we are. You wait patiently for these boxes. It doesn't mean you have to execute them yet. They're in the box. Timing is the variable. You have to take into consideration the bigger broad market, right? I say that, but the broad market's been kind of like, it's making highs, but a lot of stocks are not following suit because obviously there are only 4 or 5 names that are holding up the entire market, right? So a lot of that you just have to look at. Let's use pattern. And you can see here that we are starting this move down. This is the second month. Do some pattern recognition. Etsy, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's just keep going. Right? 1, 2. This is very, very uncommon. There's 3 in the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. 3 months. So, 3 to 4 months could be a pretty normal standard deviation to the downside. But we are in a level that I'm definitely interested in for Etsy. So just like Chewy, we'll be watching that very closely. Now, one of our traders brought up RBLX yesterday. I thought that was really cool because this is going to show you the power of an inside and down. All you folks that are sitting out there who might be sitting in a long portfolio approach or interested and feel like, hey, we're getting, bottom dollar cost here, you might be wrong, right? And this is where you need to be super patient. All right. Notice that we're going inside and down here on RBLX. So this is straightforward for me. You want to find this base here, which is at or around the 102, 103 area. And honestly, this is hands off until then. Matter of fact, I would much rather sell call credit spreads. Okay, and if you don't know what those are, please take a look on, call your broker, look it up on YouTube. There's a lot of information out there, but I want to be selling premium at or around this level because in most cases, what happens is that as long as this level here does not get breached, we continue down. Okay, so it could look like something like right around this rounding bottom. And then after about 2.5, 3 months, you might get that flush low. Okay. Something like that. And then we're looking for, buyers to step in when almost all retail is like, I'm finished. That's what you want, right? You want everybody to be exhausted. You want them to be done. You want to think about capital preservation. Okay. And you want to be smart. Your allocation percentage, what is your net liquidity? If you're sitting in there with a $5,000 account and you're taking $4,000 positions and you don't know anything about risk management, you're going to get smoked. All right. So don't trade like that. It's a long haul. Be smart. You got to learn about the entire market. You got to understand about pattern recognition. You got to understand how to use the EMA clouds. You got to be able to identify up and down trends and sideways trends. Most people get crushed in a sideways trend. All right. Sideways trends, depending on how you like to trade them, can last anywhere from 1 to 3 days to several months. And we right now are focused on the higher time frames, folks, because so many traders are saying, hey, this is a great opportunity to buy, but you really don't know are we coming into a period where we're actually going to trade sideways for the next several months? You don't know that. But what I can tell you on a pattern, as far as candle formations, and I've been doing this for quite some time, I'm very good at it. It's saying just be patient. Okay. I'm not loading the boat. My biggest position right now in the account is gold. All right, folks, gold. That is my biggest position right now. We're up $1.06. I'm very excited about that. But this is what the chart looks like. Very straightforward. All right, let me go ahead and show you this. This is what it looks like. Okay, I'd like to see us push up towards the gap fill. This is on a lower time frame, by the way. This is a monthly. I'd like to see it push up here towards 172.51. Okay, that's the first start. Oh no. All right, guys, so we have about 5 minutes before we get started. And let's just talk about setup really quick. Again, I just showed you what I'm going to be looking at. It's very, very important to understand that not only do I push this out to everybody over the weekend, but I also push it out on Twitter, on my YouTube page, and it's very important. So these levels work very, very well. Again, they look pretty simple, and I'm sure that some traders, who have been around for a while, they might come across this and go, "Oh, that seems pretty, you know, easy, or doesn't really make sense, or you can go, long or short." And so that's the thing, right? You want to be flexible. All right. And this helps us stay in the trade. Remember, pay attention to the banners. What is the overall trend for the week? Where are we as far as the neutral strategy goes? This did provide very good profits to many traders. We take the trade over the SPY. You hit T1, T2, rejection. QQQ. You hit T1 to the upside, folks. And not only did you hit T1 to the upside, and you should know if you follow the videos, this is a place where you're trimming, bringing your stops up, closing, and then as soon as you break the bottom neutral, you're taking shorts into T1, you're trimming and closing, and guess what? You're just kind of flagging there. Over here on DIA, taking trades over the neutral, you hit T1, T2, T3, and now we're flagging at target 3. Over here on IWM, same thing, taking the trade, which I did, over the neutral, closing at the first target of 226.47. Notice we pull back into the top neutral, and that's where we are. Folks, we're in a sideways trend. So again, intraday trading today until proven otherwise. These are going to be somewhat fast targets. We had some econ data. Again, it's just a catalyst for me that moves price into one of my directions. Stay away from the news, stay away from blogs, stay away from gurus, and get yourself a process. Let's have a good time. And I can't wait to trade this morning with you. Good luck to everybody. No problem, Erica. You're welcome. And let's have a great day. And let's get started here. I can't wait. So hopefully you guys are off to a good start this year. Yesterday was more about unrealized moves, unless you're just kind of getting in and out. But if you're holding, then yesterday was not easy. You had to be in the financials, you had to be in the industrials. It's been like that for a year, folks, and these rotations have lasted like 1 to 2 days. The whole market kind of pulls back big time. You look at the futures or you look at the SPY and it's down like $1, but your stock might be down 20. You can't understand why. It just doesn't make sense, right? But that's okay. Don't try to look too deep into it. That's just the market that we're in right now. All right. All right. I'm sure Underdog is probably on this. I know he's looking at the bigger picture. That's just one of our members here who loves to trade BA. Just know that you're coming up close to your resistance on open, and that is at around 219.86. So you should be able to see a move there. Your support for today is 213.26. Targets at around 228 by 232. And that might be something that we want to monitor on open. Let's go over here to gold. Again, that's looking pretty good. ES futures, same thing, just kind of hanging out. And again, I'll be watching for buy and sell signals. Most likely, I said all of the broad markets by Qs, DIA, and IWM. We're already in gold, so I'm not going to be watching that. But SPX is definitely has my attention, as always. All right. You get this ready here. All right, so the market's open. Good luck, everybody. Again, we're not going to rush into anything here. All right, my gold's up pretty bigly. So I'm gonna trim some at 350. Yeah, I wouldn't be concerned about the other channel, folks. There's no trade, so. All right, so we trimmed some gold there at 350. PayPal is something I'm interested in possibly adding to. Okay. Uh-oh. What's that, baby? I don't know. No, I don't think so. You're looking at a smaller time frame, so. What's that? Yep. Yep. Nice little push down. We're hedged nicely though, on a couple things here, so let's go to the bigger. Let's see. Still no signals, obviously. You're gonna get a sell signal here on the 5 minute, but I'm not trading the opening candle, folks. All right, here we go. So let's start paying attention. Nice little flush here. Overall, be looking for some signals to come up soon. And let's just go through these just really quick. That's your SPX. Let's go SPY. Nice little push down. We are getting the smaller signal here, 476.83. Let's see. But we're getting close to our support down here. See these lines? All right. So not going to do anything yet. Nice day so far. Already up on the day, almost $2,000 just from trimming gold. And let's see here. Our AMD shorts is up as well. Now what we're looking for is a flush, okay, but we need to be careful. We want to make sure we're at or around our levels. So notice on this middle chart here, on the SPY, getting close. We're making higher lows. Nice morning flush. And also we were able to trim PFE this morning. Very nice. That was pre-market, by the way, because we added on that yesterday. Yeah. All right, guys, let's go over here. Also, let's see. Come over here. Nice on gold, by the way. Let's go, baby. All right, PayPal. Only down about 37 cents. I'm going to actually start adding in to PayPal. All right, and I'm currently in the 18 Februaries, the 210s. And it would be definitely a you got a buy signal on IWM. Let's see what we got going on here. I mean, 224.44 should be your support on IWM, so it's not much of a risk. You know, I mean, it is. Look at your delta, right? So if you're looking to get long, just understand your risk. So if you're in a 50 delta, your stop is probably at around $1.10 right now, so you could lose 50 bucks on each option. Do the math, and if you're happy with that, then you know. And pay attention to the rest of the market. So I mean, the SPY's news pretty lethargic as of right now, just kind of coming in and hanging out. Good. All right, SPX inside and up. Also 1 minute, 4782 would be stop. We are in the cloud. And let's see, gold looking really nice. PayPal trying to do its thing. Looks like we added in time, guys. So we went long PayPal when it was flat there. So that's looking good. Gold, sweet. AFRM, positive now. Let's go ahead and go over here. Take a look at that. Good. Let's see if we can get back above here. This is going to be, you know, that level. Alert, boom. So we want to alert on Afrm around 87.48 or so. And let's keep going down. Good. All right, BA almost to that target there, underdog, that you're probably looking for. And I think on AFRM, BA, very nice for you guys. Yes. IWM looking really good here. I like the support at 225.13. Looking for a target at 226. Remember, I like this a little bit longer term, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start here. So I'm going to buy, instead of 0 DTE, guys, I'm going with the big account. And I'm going to buy a little bit of time here. And I'm going to go into next week. Yeah, 14th. And I'm just going to start here. One last little push here. What are we looking for? Yeah, up there towards the top there. Give me 1 second. I'll let you guys know when I'm in. Well, actually, you'll know when I'm in. All right, guys. So I entered the 225 calls, 14 January. You guys should see that pop up. Yep. And let's keep moving here. Let's move right along. This is more of a swing for me. So no zero DTE trades yet. All right. Afrm, AMD, Amazon, Qs, Tesla. Tesla having a good day today? Nope, only up $7. All right, SPX. Let's see what happens here. Looking like an H pattern so far on a 5-3 and smaller time frames. And notice here the trendy edge held really well. Baba, another nice. Let's look at FXI again, guys. Longer term. I'm going to go with just going to watch SPX. Yeah, I think I'm going to just stay focused here on SPX. Gold is definitely looking great, guys. And some of that PayPal, so all right. All right, so what I'm waiting for, anybody that might be watching here, just waiting for signals. Notice that we had a buy signal, but into the cloud. Could you have made a couple points here? Yes. But this is not something I would take right now. So I'm trying to stay patient. Underneath the cloud, you can hardly see it here, but you had a sell signal. You know, you could have took this for a couple points. Like I said, it's a lot of micro scalping for right now. So. Cat's up another $3, man. Jeez. You guys see what coffee cup I'm drinking out of? The Dragonfly. That's right. Boom. Now, if I end up taking something 48.10, it's probably what I'm looking at. Excuse me. Uh, okay. I'm gonna cancel my order. They didn't let me in. I tried to get in right before that push there. So I'm gonna hold off. Give me a few seconds here. Let's take a look over there. I was trying to get those 48.10s, but over here on the 5 minute, guys, we're trying to break the cloud. Darn it. Those have already gone up 50 cents. It's hard to get into SPX sometimes, but sometimes you just have to pay up, you know. See if we get through the clouds, though. Maybe it's just a warning for me to kind of chill. Feels like they could try to pin it, too. It's still early. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So we are maintenance on the small account alerts, but I'm not, don't worry about it. I'm trading everything out of here. Everything's out of here, folks. All right, so we're getting down signal there. So the only thing we've taken live so far is the IWM. Trimmed a bunch of stuff. It's gonna be choppy. All right, so what is this? DIA? What am I on? No, Qs. Qs are looking interesting. Keep eyes on that, Ashley. Yeah. You got that up or no? Yeah. Just let me know if you see anything there. I'm gonna keep my focus over here on SPX. Notice how we came up to the cloud, folks, and kind of peeled off. Just really sideways. Really, really sideways. What? All right, PayPal looking good from our ads here. Sorry, I also traded PayPal. Sorry. PayPal and IWM so far. SPX is trying really hard. Sometimes you just have to be super patient with it. So when I'm not super patient with it and I'm biased from the, like in this case, we higher lows, higher highs. I feel like we might break this cloud here. Then I'll start a trade with debit spreads. And if for some reason I'm wrong, I've showed you guys this through several videos, then I'll buy back the short side when we come into support, which is like a really nice approach. And so far they cannot break over this cloud. And we're going to go right here. All right, I don't feel like watching this all day, so far what I've done, I just got into SPX Butterfly 4805 by 15 by 25. All right, so pretty slow start. I need to take care of something really quick, and so I'm going to jump off here, but I appreciate all of you. Don't forget to check us out at TrendyTrading.co. Go gold, go PayPal, go IWM, go SPX. Have a good day.